The monster blizzard heralded in the challenge's description is starting to give us a taste of what's to come. Lucky for me, I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series, where we are taking on the Whiteout challenge. And things are going pretty well. I'm going to head in this general direction for just a moment, drop off some things that I picked up. Mainly food. I have a lot of items that I don't really need to be carrying around a ton of. I'm going to continue to hold on to most of the sodas I'm carrying, but I'm also going to drop a few of those. I'm going to drop that candy bar. Drop that candy bar. And let's see if we can get away with dropping a little bit more water. Because I don't need to carry all that. So how are we doing now? 11 days of food. 4 out of 6.6 gallons of water. And yes, I realized that I could use different measurement units. Also, I think I might have some wood on me. I could use different measurement units, and the numbers would be a little bit more well-rounded. But, no. I'm going to use the units that I'm accustomed to, that I grew up with, and that's just the way that it is. So let's drop that, and also drop these sticks. So how are we doing on that list? Oh, also, you know what I can do? I can go ahead and harvest these for tinder, because I do need tinder. And I've picked up several pieces of newspaper. Also, didn't I pick up some newspaper, or didn't I put some newspaper away? Oh, here's where the thick wool sweater was. Okay, I wasn't being trolled. I found it. Found it. Found it. Sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you of heartlessly trolling me. I'm sorry. Sorry. I do need to find something I can repair it with, though. Wow, that's funny. Okay, so let me go ahead and harvest these. It's going to take an hour and 30 minutes, which is kind of annoying. This storm is not going to go away. This is the Whiteout challenge. So what I'll do for now is I'll drop this, and I'll drop the thick wool sweater. We'll just leave it in the corner, because I want to remember where I put it specifically. But that will be a better item. I feel so bad. They knew I was kidding, though, right? You know I was kidding. You knew it was a joke. It's all a joke, all in good fun. Let's head outside. What can possibly go wrong if I just walk this way for a while? I probably could have dropped a few other items, but what I'm going to do, while I have the cover of this blizzard, I'm going to use it to get back up the slope that I came up a moment ago. Not the best way to go. Let's go around this way. I'm going to use it to get back up the slope and get over to some hunting cabins, or not really hunting cabins, but camping cabins that are up this direction. This blizzard is not making me so miserably cold that I'm concerned about my survival at present, and the nice thing about walking around in a blizzard, as I've said a couple of times, is that we have a little bit more protection, a little bit more assurance that we're not going to walk straight up to a bear and die horribly. Or a wolf. It gives us a little bit more freedom of movement as long as we have protection from the elements, which I currently do. So let's go this direction, I think. One of the two locations that I'm interested in visiting next is in this direction. The blizzard is disorienting me a little bit, but not enough to, like, really freak me out. So I'm just rolling with it. I am getting colder faster, though, because my clothes are getting wet. So that is to be expected. Ooh, hang on. I didn't realize I was that lacking in food. I should have eaten a little bit more of the things that I was putting down. Hang on. Let me drink that soda. For the caloric value. And hopefully we'll find something else to snack on up here. We should. But it's by no means guaranteed. If the storm dissipates a little bit, then I will be able to... I'll be able to find some cattails. That will give us plenty to eat.
Can't feel my hands.
That's one definite source of food that I haven't touched at all yet, because we just haven't been in the area where the cattails are. But there are lots of cattails in Coastal Highway. Lots and lots and lots. Ugh. Okay, so I am now getting to a point where I could use some shelter. This path is not being as... Okay. Yeah, I forgot about this part. So we're going to walk around for a bit, losing some condition, unfortunately. Because we're just getting that cold. And it is getting darker, too. So that's a problem. I forgot the path went this direction, curved around. Again, the upper levels of Coastal Highway I'm not super familiar with, but... I was taking this risk when I set out this direction, so I'm just gonna follow it until I see something that looks remotely familiar. Aha! These are the cabins I was referencing. Perfect. Not the route I was expecting to take to them, but that's how you learn. Let's step inside. We are instantly warming up, excuse me.
Someone's stash.
Will I ever not laugh at that? I don't think so. Alright, there's some papers. That'll be good for additional kindling, which I just remembered I did not drop the kindling, so that's a mental note worth keeping. Let's go ahead and break this chair down. Yeah, I will go ahead and just break it down. I'm likely to find... Ooh, I think the storm just dissipated. Nice. I'm likely to find some... additional food in here. I don't need that.
Anything.
All right, let's break that down for the cloth. So walking around in a blizzard is going to damage my clothing too, so I'll have to be worried. I'll have to be worthy of that, or worthy. I'll have to be wary of that. There's the granola bar. Perfect. Let's go ahead and snag that. And I guess I will go ahead and shout out on these pork and beans, because if I wait any longer, they're going to be risky to eat. They're risky to eat right now, in fact, but I'll take a 24% risk. Just to stock up on calories. There we go. There we go. All right. And there's still some additional cabins to search. Anything else around here? No, we're good. Let's go. Let's see how the weather's looking. So it's not quite a blizzard anymore. Okay, good. Now I have the visibility I was hoping for, and the sun's not even fully down yet. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get to the locations I'm interested in as quickly as I can. This is a bit of a lucky reprieve right now, to say the least.
The good stuff?
The good stuff is everywhere. Mark, you just have to know where to look. Lantern fuel, excellent. That is one of the items we're still building up. The good stuff is everywhere. Sewing kit, don't need it. Break down the chair, but that's going to take 45 minutes of time that I don't necessarily have in the current day, and I have an opportunity to travel right now that I would like to take. The crates themselves, those are 15-minute. Okay, I'll break one down just for the additional reclaimed wood. No hatchet yet. The hatchet is the item that's evading me. I wouldn't have expected that necessarily, but that is what's happening. All right, so now we are done, almost done, searching the cabins. And let's see what else we can find. Anything? Nothing? Okay. Oh, hi, dead guy. You startled me. Ragged wool toque. So that is an improvement. Not the best condition. I'll take those painkillers. The wool shirt, I'm not going to worry about it. I could take it for the materials. Just take a stack of papers. Okay, nothing else. Not a lot to speak of here. Got some sports socks there. Okay. Let's see if we can make it to the abandoned lookout before it gets too much tougher to navigate. I hear a bear. Oh, hi. Holy mother of God. That's a bear, all right. We're going to go this way. If you didn't see it, rewind. Just rewind. Just rewind. It's fine. It's fine. Give me a second to... Okay. Okay. All right. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I didn't just almost walk straight up on a bear. What are you talking about? You know, come to think of it, wasn't the climbing rope up to the... Well, I think you have to establish the climbing rope. I don't think the rope is just there. But yeah, we're going to walk up this path, because if we go up this way and then circle back around, so go up this way, hang a left, we will walk back to the abandoned lookout. And at this point, I don't necessarily know what I'm hoping to find at the abandoned lookout, but this weather is kind of perfect for us to get up there. And also, once we get up that high, I will have an easier time finding my way to the area with the cattails, which then we can kind of make our way back down, grab a bunch of cattails for some food. They will be relatively easy to carry, and then that will help us finish off that objective. And then we can think about either going to Pleasant Valley or maybe to Desolation Point. I know I said Pleasant Valley with a fair amount of certainty last episode, but I'm still, I guess, pretty close to 50-50 when I really think about it. My decision could go either way. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact... Oh, I see what that is. Around the fact that I got a rifle and the lantern. Those genuinely were, and I said this out loud. It's not like you didn't hear me say this, but those were the two items that I thought would be the most trouble. So now it's like my mind is going back and forth between, are we on easy mode? Is this going to be done in a few episodes? Like, are we unintentionally speedrunning? There's that question, and then there's the question of, okay, well, in that case, what is going to be hard to find? What's the thing that's going to evade me? And maybe it's the hatchet. Maybe that's what's going to hide from me this time. If I'm not mistaken, we are coming up on the abandoned lookout. If the daylight could last just a moment longer. Thank you, Captain Obvious, so much for your delightfully accurate insights. What would we do without you? Feels like night's coming. You think? Just imagine how I'm going to be by the time we get to, like, Against All Odds Season 10. I'm just going to go on a full, like, hour-long rant whenever Jennifer or Mark points out something stupidly obvious. It just will have reached that point naturally, of its own accord. I'm joking. That won't actually happen. Most of the time. Okay, so... Yep. Right through here. Abandoned lookout. Just in time. Then we keep going that way, and we'll get to Pleasant Valley. And then we can go down the hill away from the Pleasant Valley exit. Or, you know, at this point, how much stuff am I carrying? I should probably go back down to the Quonset. We can go down the hill away from the Pleasant Valley exit and then kind of around a rock to the side and then find our way towards the Coastal Highway. Or rather, the Mystery Lake exit. We don't... I'm not going to Mystery Lake, but... Okay, yeah. There is no rope attached to the climbing spot. I was curious about that. I was curious about that. So... Alright, there's mountaineering rope. Check this corpse. Ha! I was gonna say, just watch me turn around. I was thinking it in my head. Watch me turn around and there'd be another freaking hunting rifle. Oh my god. I can't with this game anymore. Like, will you just... I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but can you just, like, start being mean to me, please? The most violent storm always begins and ends in a whisper. I've left this place now because the last summer is coming. If you want to find me, I'm paddling across shattered ice to the Arctic sunset. These lights shouldn't be in the sky. It's a dance I don't know. I read this one, I think, in Nomad. Somehow we must progress from this. In a different age, we walked out of the hot sands of the old continent. Now we're here again. The long dark is coming. All these tools will become useless. Take a step. Walk because it's your destiny to make it out of here. Contributed by backer 4783. Awesome. All right. Anything under the chair? All right. I don't have a hatchet to break that down. Oh, there's some rifle rounds, though. Heck yeah. All right, so...
Never know when I might need to defend myself.
There could be some rounds in the rifle as well. No, there are not. So we're going to drop that one. As much as I'm tempted to pick up the second rifle to bring it to, you know, the... To get it there, but, like, it's just... It's not necessary. What I'm basically thinking, and some of you might be thinking this as well, is I could take the second rifle, right, and leave it at the Quonset so that objective is checked off. But that's like trying way too hard. That's trying way too hard. We can just drop the thing before the last moment that we need it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to go to Pleasant Valley, but we're close enough to the Pleasant Valley exit that there is the slight risk of a wolf. So I'm going to get ready for that. But we can explore the caves and potentially find some good stuff without actually going to Pleasant Valley. And then I can make my way back down towards the Quonset to drop some stuff off. That's going to be where the challenge starts to come in now, because with every trip that I take, I'm going farther and farther away from the Quonset. I started out with that kind of radial approach, not going too far each time, but now it's like every trip that I take, especially once I start going to different zones, if I have to go to different zones, which is likely, to polish off the list. Unless I find the hatchet, in which case I might be able to do everything here. Maybe. There's more and more of a risk every time. But that's what makes it fun. And it's a cool feeling too, because I'm starting to sense with this challenge, even though it's been pretty nice to me, and I admit that, and I've joked about that, I'm starting to sense with this challenge, like, this feels a bit like the old days, right? It feels a bit, it's not just because I've done it before on the channel. We're just getting to a point where the game is threatening us in a way that feels very familiar. Obviously, it's familiar to all of us who play the game regularly, but in terms of the channel content, in terms of the series that I've done in the past, this is starting to seem a lot more like days of yore. And I love it. Which is kind of why I did Whiteout for this challenge. Is that a... No, that's just a rock. That's why I did Whiteout for this challenge, for the fourth one, rather than doing Whiteout then Hopeless Rescue. I felt like this would be an appropriate way to end the first half of the challenges. And I dare say I was right. Feel free to disagree. I won't be mad at you. But I'm liking this. Okay. I don't have a ton of lantern fuel. But here's the thing. I do have the ability to refuel the one that I have. And I'm probably going to find more lantern fuel here if I just light this thing up and use it. So let's do that. I don't have... Also, you know what? I take that back. Let's use a flare. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's use a freaking flare. Why wouldn't we? provide some atmosphere anyway. Plus, let's just be honest. Flare screenshots, best screenshots. Or rather, what I meant to say is flare thumbnails, best thumbnails. Can there really be any argument? See, lantern fuel. What did I tell you? What did I say? I said there'd be lantern fuel. One of the first shelves I walk up to is a frickin' bottle of lantern fuel. Okay. Let's step in here and see what kind of goodies this yields for us. So coming from this direction, I can actually not get lost. I'm going to pick up the coal because I feel like... Hang on. No, softwood, hardwood. So I don't think the coal counts. I take it back. I'm dropping all of it. This actually says soft wood. It's not referring to, like, fuel. It says wood. All right. Ooh, there's reclaimed wood. That definitely counts. How are we doing on the reclaimed wood, by the way? 13 of 30? Not bad. Almost halfway. And I'm carrying enough reclaimed wood to get us past that mark. Oh, am I going the... Wait a minute. Am I thinking of the right cave system? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Either I just haven't played the game regularly enough in recent months and years, or the number of series that I've done in this in a short period of time where I've taken trips, different caves, different directions in the same general set of areas. Revolver ammo. Nice. That is messing with me. One of those two explanations, I think, is what's happening in my brain right now. Like, because what I was looking for just now was the... See, is this it now? I swear. No, not yet. Hang on, I want to go back the other way. Because I want to make sure I'm exploring every nook and cranny of this cave. I don't need the coal. Ooh, a flashlight and a dead body. I don't think I need the flashlight. I mean, I definitely don't need the flashlight for the challenge. It's literally not on the list. But I just want to make sure that I'm checking every corner of this place, you know? I want to make sure that I'm... Especially because I'm hoping that maybe I can find something from the list that has been a little bit more elusive. Like, I would love to find... Well, a pry bar is not on the list. But a pry bar would be nice. A hatchet is possible and would also be nice. It's not as possible, I would think, in the caves. But, I mean, as I've said many times in this meta-series, who knows? None of us really know for sure. We've started to figure it out, what's in the loot tables now, but it's all new. So, like, I want to see what's here. Not only for my own knowledge, but for yours. Yeah, okay. Once again, I had... It is the right cave, but I just had the direction reversed in my head. Okay, so this flare is about to be gone. I'm either going to have to use another one, or just hunker down for the night.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
It's probably fine, Mark. Probably fine. Yeah, see, that's what I want to explore over there. Not because I think it's going to have anything new. It's dark. Alright, get rid of that. That was a very effortful grunt. mark. I really felt that one. I do have this torch still. Let's light this. It's not going to last for as long, but we don't have that far to go. Oh, for a second I was like, hey, a flare. Yeah, dude, it's the one you just threw. It's the one you literally just threw. Don't get too excited. Although there might genuinely be one here. I think it's possible. Right, there's a stim and an MRE. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like I wanted to give this particular part of the cave a chance. That fork, or rather the fork that we're coming up on, the fork that leads to this little ledge, a chance to surprise us and give us gifts. So this is the Pleasant Valley end of the cave. We're not going to go all the way through. We're actually going to reach the end and just use that as a stopping point, I believe. So I think it's a pretty good place to stop, because otherwise I'm just going back through the cave. Alright, so we have another firearm cleaning kit, not necessary. I'll take the cured leather. Alright, so apparently I'm a little hungry. If only I had something to eat that I'd picked up recently. Oh wait, I have 1,000 things to eat. Not just any grape soda. How about more? Because you have more. Alright, not thirsty anymore, but that was good enough. You know what, I can eat some beef jerky at this point. Well, you know what? Rather than walking back through the cave at the beginning of the next episode, here's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and knock this out now. I don't have a ton of fuel in this lantern, but I'm going to move as fast as I can. We're going to get back to the other side of the cave, and I'll use the side of the cave we came in on as the ending point. I think that makes the most sense. I don't have to explore as much, so this is going to be a straight shot. And then once we get back to the other side, we'll wrap this one up, and then in the beginning of the next one, we can head down the slope away. I mean, you saw the slope, we passed it, but we can head down the slope away from the Pleasant Valley entrance, or the cave leading to Pleasant Valley. We'll head away from that entrance, go down the slope to the right, where I thought I saw an animal for a moment, and there will be a construction hut to check there for additional loot, but then we can make our way back to the Quonset. It'll be a bit of a hike, but we have some additional stuff to drop off. And then a few more locations in Coastal Highway to check. And then it's like, from there we... You know, there's even an argument... I haven't mentioned it yet. I've been saying Desolation Point or Pleasant Valley. There's an argument for Mystery Lake too. And the reason I didn't think about it before is I was thinking about it in terms of how far away the camping office are and the trapper's hut are from the Coastal Highway entrance. It's a decent walk, and it's a decent walk through the ravine, by the way. But that aside, there's also the dam, which is right next to the entrance. It's closer than any major loot location in Pleasant Highway, and it's closer than any major loot location in Desolation Point. So now I'm like, hold on a minute. If we go to another zone first, especially looking for something as basic as the hatchet, maybe it needs to be Mystery Lake. See, now I'm thinking about it. Now the possibility has introduced itself in my mind, and who knows? Okay, so we've arrived back on the other side. I'm going to stop burning lantern fuel. I'm going to step out of the mine. How's the weather, by the way? Gorgeous. Holy crap. All right, I'm going to step back inside, create a save point during this gorgeous weather, because I can come back to the episode at this exact moment here, but now I can talk for a moment as I wrap up. So yeah, next one we'll just head back down to the Quonset after we check that construction hut, and then there are still a few more spots to look for. Mainly, we haven't visited the actual fishing huts yet, and I'm trying to think. There are a few, there's at least one more obscure house up near the coastal highway, or I'm sorry, up near the Mystery Lake exit that I haven't checked yet. And of course there's the cabin at the top of the river full of cattails that also needs to be checked. So there's a few more cabins that are a bit more remote that we can find. But beyond that, if you can picture, like, I'm literally like staring upward as I think right now, like eyes darting back and forth, like going through all the possibilities in my head. So yeah, I'm really thinking about Mystery Lake now, to be completely honest. We'll have to see what the possibilities, like what remaining things on the list are given to us by Coastal Highway, because those last few spots might have some good stuff. I mean, I'm open to anything. So we'll just have to see where it takes us after we drop off this latest round of loot at the Quonset garage. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day. Yep, I feel you. That was good timing, because I'm literally stretching right now, Mark. Good job. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.